Today we're going to be talking about Mara stock and why it could be going higher this week. Let's get into the video. Hi everyone, my name is Zach and welcome back to Finance Bro. Before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please leave a comment of how many shares of Mara you have and how many you want to have, and then also consider leaving a like and subscribe as it really helps with the growth of the channel. And if you guys want to see what we're investing in and why, then go ahead and get signed up with the first link in the description with Public. You'll be able to see our portfolio and you'll also get a free stock that's worth up to $70 when you sign up and deposit just $1. So go ahead, use that first link in the description and get signed up with Public. With all that out of the way, let's get straight into our video for today on Mara. So as you can see here, Mara was down at 3% on Friday, but Bitcoin and Ethereum have both been tearing it up lately. So I would assume that this would go up soon, mostly because they have a lot of Bitcoin on their balance sheet. And also you can see here, when you take a look at Public's platform, it's pretty cool. We are sponsored by Public, by the way. You are going to get a kind of rundown on what Marathon is about and where they operate. You can actually see here that they do operate in North America. So yeah, that's something cool about Mara too, or about Public too. You're able to see a whole rundown of what Mara is all about. So go ahead and get signed up with Public with the first link in the description. Not only that, but you are able to see our long-term portfolio. Kind of like I said earlier, you're able to see, our whole portfolio as well as our short-term portfolio as well. Get signed up with the Public in the first link in the description. Thanks, I'm gonna stop plugging it now. But anyways, let's get straight into our article for today, which is going to be from investorplace.com. So this is going to be going over why Mara is a Bitcoin mining bonanza. I've never heard of that. Basically, it's going to be amazing, and then it's because China is out of the picture. So obviously, about a month ago, I believe, China kind of announced regulatory concerns around the whole Bitcoin mining thing. So basically, one of the biggest places for Bitcoin mining was shut down with the regulation put into place by China. So that's why Mara stock is going to do well in the future, in my opinion. But just like Investor Place says, Mara stock is too cheap compared to its peers, given its expected growth from the mining shutdown. So obviously, this is because of the Chinese government shutting down most of the country's Bitcoin mining operation over the past 2 months. As a result, Marathon Digital has seen several benefits. In fact, the situation is going to raise the value of Mara stock quite dramatically in this guy's opinion. He expects to see Marathon Digital to rake in at least 3 or 4 major benefits from China's crackdown on Bitcoin mining. These include hiked Bitcoin prices, reduced equipment costs, and more. So yeah, let's go over it. So yeah, let's go over why China's mining shutdown helps Mara stock. So to start, one benefit that this crackdown has been the huge gain in Bitcoin's price. For example, since its recent trough, July 19th, Bitcoin is up 44% as of the August 12th close. So up 44% in the past basically not even a month. This is a huge rebound as the cryptocurrency has risen over 58% year to date. So most of the gain has occurred in the last month or so, coinciding with the shuttering of many of China's mining Bitcoin operations. This helps Marathon Digital because it mines Bitcoin, therefore increasing the price of its mined Bitcoin and enhancing its revenue. In addition, it directly helps Marathon's balance sheet, which is already very good. We're going to go over that in a second. At the end of Q1, the company had almost 300 million in Bitcoin on the balance sheet. So second, and that is most likely worth more now, I think. I'm not too sure when that was taken, but the estimates are that over 50% of the Bitcoin mining industry's hash rate has now been removed, with so many of Chinese operations now out of the picture. As a result, the difficulty in mining Bitcoin is now much easier. This effectively increases the volume of Bitcoin that Marathon Digital can mine, which also increases its revenue. And it still hasn't recovered from its highs earlier in the year, and we're going to go over that technical analysis at the end of this video. And then third, Bitcoin's mining equipment is also now cheaper, with most of the circuits machines being made in China. Many of these manufacturers are having to lower their pricing as a result of losing so many of their domestic customers. So basically, with China not being able to sell to its own country, now they're selling at a discounted price to us. Secondary market prices for ASIC miners have also fallen. So basically, on August 2nd, Marathon announced a massive new 120 million purchase of 30,000 basically mining rigs that would work out to $4,000 per miner. Previously, these miners would likely have cost much more, especially with the shortage of semiconductor chips. Bloomberg reports that there was a 75% increase in the price of secondary mining equipment this summer. So obviously there was a big decrease of secondary market equipment, but Marathon has done very well in purchasing a lot of miners that are going to make them a ton more revenue. Now we can move on to kind of give an overview of how Mara will do this week and just how its balance sheet is right now and all that. So currently it's only at a market cap of 3 billion, which is very small in my opinion for how much revenue they're actually doing. They have a PE ratio of 45 and an EPS of 72 cents. As for performance outlook, Yahoo Finance has them as all green, and then as far as earnings, they've recently beat by as much as 85 cents, so that is super good to see. As far as financials, they just started doing more revenue this year, and revenue really just started picking up. If you see their earnings were 83 million in Q1, so that is extremely good compared to prior quarters. As for recommendations, Yahoo Finance has them as between a buy and a strong buy. And as for price targets, they're well below any price target. There are 3 price targets, and they are between $42 and $54, which presents pretty much like a 50% upside from these current levels for the average price target. So extremely good value here at $32. Now let's head over here to the balance sheet so we can see what we're working with. Just in the past quarter, they have taken their assets from 300 million all the way to 686 million, just with the increase of Bitcoin and all of that. As far as total debt, they only have 62 million in total debt, I believe, or there might be 62,000. I believe it's in thousands. So yeah, this should only be 62,000 in total debt. So they basically have no debt. They only have 2 million in total liabilities, and their total assets are amazing. Okay, and now for a little bit of technical analysis. This is going to be short and sweet, but you guys can see that they have been making higher highs and higher lows over the past couple of days. We are kind of in a bit of a bull flag here, but if you guys can see, they were actually up in after hours. I don't know if it shows it here, but they were up 3% in after hours. We do have a bit of a bull flag. If we could break above this prior high of about $36, I do believe that we could be seeing levels anywhere from $40 all the way up to $50. So this week could be extremely good for Mara, especially with Bitcoin doing as well as it is. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, then go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm and the growth of the channel. If you guys could please leave a comment of anything, it really just matters for the YouTube algorithm. Comment anything down below. Make sure you guys get your free stock with Public, and go ahead and follow us there at It's Finance Row. But my name is Zach, and I hope to see you in the next video.